Hey everyone, welcome back to another computer science video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about one of the many protocols that the internet uses, which is called the Internet Protocol, also known as IP. But before I get into the definition of IPs and how they work, I'm going to talk a bit about the internet. The internet is really just an interconnected network comprised of small little networks, which are woven together and agree to communicate with one another. And how do these networks know how to communicate with one another? Well, this is the responsibility of the Internet Protocol, or IP. So as you can see on screen, this is a visual representation of connecting computers to the same network with cables. This works only in a small scale office or a specific area. What if you want to interconnect between countries? That will be really time consuming and extremely expensive. This is where the role of the router comes into play. In simple terms, a router is a networking device that forwards data packets between computer networks. So a router can be used instead of being connected to every network. Each of the networks is connected to a limited number of routers. So basically this means that a router can connect to a few devices, but then also routers can connect to other routers to extend its reach or the number of devices that can be connected to the network at once. And each of these routers has built-in instructions on how to move information towards its desired destination. And this information might be stored in a table instead of routers, which redirects the information to the next router using the destination's IP address. Okay, so now let's illustrate what an IP address looks like. An IP address has a number in the first part indicating the network number, which can be represented by an N in this case, and then followed by three numbers which each of them can vary from 0 to 255. And we can represent these numbers using an X. So we format the IP as n.x.x.x. So 3 X's and 1 N. Now after adding the routers, instead of connecting each of these devices to each other, we get this. So now the connections would be something like this between each router and each device. In this new case, the networks are not directly connected to each other at all and rely on routers to distribute communications. On a small scale, this configuration actually may be more inefficient than just having direct connections. But on a larger scale, this configuration may dramatically reduce costs of network infrastructure. Alright, so that was the basics on how an IP address works. If you've enjoyed this whole series of computer science videos and found them helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell icon. It helps a lot. Thank you for watching, and bye bye!